Comparison is the thief of joy. How often do you catch yourself comparing your life, your business, or your success to others? Do you ever find that the more you compare, the more dissatisfied you become? What if I told you that the key to happiness lies not in measuring yourself against others, but in embracing your unique journey? Today, we're tackling a topic that affects so many of us, myself included: comparison. We all do it, but what we don't realize is that comparison is the thief of joy. It keeps us focused on what we don't have instead of appreciating what we do. By the end of this episode, you're gonna leave with some actionable tips to help you stop comparing so you can start thriving in your own life and business. I remember a time when I was constantly comparing my progress to other entrepreneurs. I'd look at their success, their followers, and their seemingly perfect lives and feel like I was falling behind. But every time I compared, I felt miserable. It wasn't until I stopped measuring my worth against someone else's that I truly found peace. I realized that my journey was unique and my success wasn't going to look like anyone else's, and that was okay. Not everyone else has my story. Not everyone else was a mom by 18. Not everyone else has 100% financially supported their kids their whole life and tried to run a business. And that's okay. My journey is okay. And once I embraced this, my joy and confidence skyrocketed. It's okay if I wasn't able to do things in the same timeline as someone else. And it's okay if you weren't either. Okay, I love this quote by Theodore Roosevelt. Comparison is the thief of joy. Or Jon Acuff, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Or as I like to say, comparison is the thief of connection. What do I mean by that? As some of you may know, I lost my brother to suicide, and that will be a story for another time. But I was at this mastermind event dinner, and one of the ladies at the table shared about how she had experienced a loss, and a family member of hers had died, or it was an attempted, murder-suicide. And I went to talk to her at the end of the dinner, and I was like, I'm really sorry. She had been asking to be connected to some resources. I was like, I do know some people that specialize in grief, based on their experience of, suicide and other types of grief in general. And she goes, yeah, that's different. And in that moment, it almost instantly disconnected me from her, because whether someone drowned in an ocean of water or in 2 inches of water, they still died. And to go and say, well, my situation's a little different, this and that, well, my pain's bigger, it automatically kills connection. So not only is it the thief of joy, but I believe that comparison is the thief of connection. Okay, well, let's get to the actionable steps. How do we stop comparing ourselves to everyone else? 1, shift your focus. Instead of looking at others, focus on your own progress and celebrate every step forward, no matter how small. Even set up milestones. I love to say, okay, when I hit this goal, I'm going to go buy a new shirt, take myself out to dinner, whatever it may be, whatever that small win is, I find a way to celebrate it. 2, stop scrolling. Social media can be a breeding ground for comparison. Setting boundaries around your use to avoid feeling inadequate, I highly recommend. I actually personally turned off all of my notifications on social and schedule a specific time that I can go and check it, because what would happen is a notification would come in, I'd click on it, it'd open up, and then I'd find myself doom scrolling for 30 minutes or an hour would have gone by, and I'd be like, how did this happen? By turning off my notifications, I can be very intentional about when I want to get into the app and what I'm looking at. 3, practice gratitude. Regularly reflect on what you're grateful for in your own life and business. This helps you appreciate what you have instead of focusing on what others have. This is a true story. When I wake up, I'm like, God, thank you for letting me live another day. When I turn on my water, I'm like, how sweet is it that I have this running water? When I go to eat, I'm like, thank you so much for this food. I feel these little gratitudes all day because I know someone else somewhere in the world doesn't have what I have. Someone else is praying for your struggle. 4, set personal goals. Focus on your own vision and set goals that align with your values. Not what others are doing, not aligning with their values, your values. Okay, reflection time. Think about one area of your life where comparison is stealing your joy. Go ahead and write it down. Now ask yourself, what would happen if you stopped comparing and started focusing on your own journey? Take one small step, whatever it may be it turning off your notifications, be it comparing yourself to the Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses. But what is the one thing you could do to refocus on you, your goal? Because I promise you, no one else can be you. No one can do what you do. There's a mission and calling on your life that only you can fulfill. And I hope that you go and you do that today. If this episode helped you let go of comparison or you found it helpful, please share it with someone who could use the same reminder. And don't forget to subscribe. With that, this is Victoria Chanel signing off with a grateful heart and your reminder that the change starts with you. Now go be great. Do not wait. I believe in you.